you guys can hear me.
Welcome to Monopoly.
Let me share this on social media
Has
first.
never looked so great.
Let me turn down the fucking volume. Okay. Alright. Turn the audio down. Okay. Turn on the sound effects also. How's everyone doing this evening? Let me share this real quick and then we can discuss this. Let me check the sound quality. I mean, check if there's. See. Discuss this. Alright, cool. Alright, we're good here. Turn the volume down. Hopefully everyone doing okay. Let me turn off the fan. It's not that hot in here. I just don't like being, you know. I like to have some hair, air. You know. Oh man. All right. Regardless, let me share this real quick. All right. Put this back up on Twitter. Yeah, man. So pretty much what I'm gonna be doing is you know, I'm gonna be talking about some of the VGA award nominees, and I'm gonna be doing some live voting also. Alright, so I shared that on Twitter. Alright, then let me do this on Google Plus also, and then we can get started. Alright, so we're good to go. How's everyone doing this evening? Or at least in my neck of the woods this evening. Hoobie 186, Hoobie on Deck episode 4. Yeah, Hoobie on Deck episode 4. Hopefully, hopefully this goes smoothly, cause I don't know how the site is. Um, Yeah, so I don't know how the site is. So everything seems to be concise right now, so that's good. What I'm gonna do this evening, I actually got this idea from Hard 8, who's doing his live stream right now. So big shout out to Hard 8. Definitely going to like and share that one when I get a chance. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm going to start from the bottom up, and you know, pretty much vote on at least the stuff that I care about. You know, and you know, have a little discussion. Definitely, there's one big discussion that I would like to have, you know, to talk about. And in the meantime, let me play some Monopoly. Let me do this nice and quick. Let's see, create a new game. Delete this one. Create a new game. Classic board. Classic rules. So I'll have about, let me see, how many people should I put on here? Let me see. Let me put 4. Okay, so I'm always the car. So there you go. Let's put normal. That's fine. Oh, alright. Put 4 more. Alright, there we go. We're good. Okay. Okay. So we're good. Alright, so yeah, so you know, pretty much, you know, the video game awards. You know, it's gonna be live. 20. It said in 23 days. Well, let's see. When is it? Oh, good. I got three. Alright. Check the calendar. It said 23 days, so that's 14. Is Thursday, December 7th? It's on a Thursday? Oh, that's weird. Let me look at the. Yeah, it's on December 7th. It's gonna be on a Thursday. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, so it's gonna be on a Thursday, and you know, I work that day, so I'm not going to be able to not gonna be able to watch it live. I don't know if I'm going to. Well, actually, yeah, I think this thing is it's being streamed. It's not gonna be on a show on a network. So um, how am I going to watch this? I mean, I'll catch it when I get a chance. I don't think I watched it live last year either. You know, like award show for me are not really something that I give a shit about. But at least with this one, obviously it has it's important because you know it's video games, and this is the biggest one. So like you know, as much as people want to shit on it, and trust me, it's not perfect. Well, it's not perfect, but for one, it has gotten better. Like I think if you look at it objectively, the show has gotten better. But also more importantly, this is the biggest one. This is the biggest award show there is. It's the one that's the most popular. It's the one that's the most recognized. So you know, it is what it is. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cast my vote. I'm gonna look through the nominees, at least the one that I care about. I'm gonna skip some that I don't give a shit about. And while I'm at it, you know, I'll vote. I'll discuss if there's anything to discuss, and you know, we'll move on from there. So I mean, I don't know if this video is gonna take super long, but you know, we'll see what happens. The first category is best Chinese game. And I don't. I don't know nothing about any of these games, so I'm going to skip that one. Best debut indie game. So let's see, what do they have here? Slam Rancher, Mr. Shifty, Hollow Knight, Golf Story, and Cuphead. Now, listen, I haven't gotten Cuphead yet. You know, it just been, you know, it just, I haven't had time, man, just with too many games to play. So, I'm definitely going to get Cuphead. I have played Cuphead. I don't have it, but I have played it. So, you know, I'm gonna vote Cuphead. So, yep, confirm my vote. Yeah. So that I'm definitely Cuphead being voted on. So, wait, did they confirm my vote? The fuck? The thing took me all the way back to the main menu. Son of a bitch. Hold on a second. Okay, let me go back. I wonder, did it count my vote? Because you know, it's not like it doesn't need my vote because, I mean, the the game's gonna win indie game of the year. So yeah. So alright, so let's try this again. Confirm my vote. No, I don't. Not now. I'm not interested. Okay. Alright, so the website doing something weird right now. Okay, so I'm done. Let's go. Okay. What did I get? Okay. Alright, so that's my vote for best indie game. Best debut indie game is Cuphead. That's my vote. Best esports team. Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. Let's see. Best esports player. Nope, don't give a shit about that either. Let's move on. Best esports game. The nominees are Rocket League, League of Legends, Dota 2, Counter Strike, and Overwatch. Um, I mean, League of Legends, Dota 2. I don't give a shit about those games. Counter Strike. I actually would like to play Counter Strike, but I heard the community is full of douchebags, so a no go on that one. And my niece, one of my nieces, really love Overwatch. I really don't see the appeal of the game, so my my choice is going to be Rocket League because that game is still awesome. So we're gonna vote for Rocket League. Alright, so alright, so okay, there we go. Next up is Trending Gamer. Let me see. The only person here that I've heard about here is Andrea Renee. So I don't know about any of these other people. So I'm going to skip this one. Let's see. Best student game. Let me read the criteria. Awarded for best student project created at a high school or college level. Um, hmm. That's actually I mean that's a cool category, but I don't know none of these games. So the reason why I was laughing because it kind of reminded me of student games. I always think of back when I was younger. We used to play games like computer games like Where in the World is Carmen San Diego. I think it was Math Blaster. Those those type of games. Pong and stuff like that. Oh no, it wasn't Pong. It was Breakout and stuff like that. So that would make me laugh. But no, it's a cool category, but it's not something I don't. I've no, I don't know nothing about these games. All right, next category is best indie game. Period. And you have Prime, Night in the Woods, Cuphead, What Remains of Edith Finch, and Hellblade. I haven't played Hellblade. It's not something it's not something that it's not a game that I would be interested in. But I've heard a lot of people talk good about the game. Cuphead, obviously Cuphead is, you know, that's one of the top indie games that came out this year, and it's the one that it's really the only one I played in this group. So Cuphead is the one I'm voting for. Confirm my vote. And this fucking thing keeps taking me to Facebook. I'm not interested in sharing this shit. Fucking morons. Alright, anyways. Next category. Most anticipated game. What the fuck? There's an auction already? Oh my god. Alright, anyways. Most anticipated game. Okay. Alright, so most anticipated game is The Last of Us Part 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, Monster Hunter World, Spider-Man, and God of War. Very interesting here that 3 of the 5 games on here are PS4 exclusives, which is interesting considering that there are some people out there who are trying to simultaneously tell you that exclusives do matter when it fits their agenda, and at the same time don't matter when it fits their agenda. I'm not going to say his name, but you guys can figure that out. He made a video talking about some myth when it comes to Xbox One not having any games. That guy. Now, I'm not gonna go deeper into it. I'll make a video response to that, and I'll deal with that later. But regarding this selection, now, you had The Last of Us 2, which I still haven't played the first one. It's not my type of game. I'll be honest with you, but I feel like games like that, games that are like games of a generation type games, are games that I really feel like I should be playing. I felt the same way with Resident Evil. I did not like Resident Evil at all until Resident Evil 4, and to be frank, it's the only Resident Evil game I like. So you have that, but since Resident Evil 4 was such a landmark game for that franchise, and I had when did I first play? I think I first played it on the GameCube as a demo. I think I played the demo. And then once it came out on PS2, I got it on PS2, and my best friend, he's given me shit about it ever since. So you know, it is what it, because he's a big Nintendo guy, so whatever. So, all right, so you had The Last of Us 2, Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm not really into westerns, so it is what it is with that. I don't give a fuck about Monster Hunter World, but the last two games, Spider-Man and God of War. Now, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of God of War. Ever since I played the third game, and then I've gone back and played the others. I've been a fan. So, and got the new one. Looks amazing. It looks great. They changed up the fight. They changed up the gameplay mechanics a little bit. Has more of a has more of a how would you call it? Modern day look to it when it comes to to the gameplay and the camera and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, but Spider-Man, when I first saw gameplay of Spider-Man at E3, that blew my mind. I loved I just loved how the combat looked. I loved the traversal and everything like that. So I man, it's a tough choice between the two. If I had to pick between the two, I probably would have to go with Spider-Man. Like that because the gameplay to that game looked awesome. So I'm gonna vote for Spider-Man. Confirm the vote, and there we go. Let me do this. Roll real quick. Let's see. Let's see. What does the community chest got for me? Oh, great. Oh, whatever. All right. So next up, no. And like, wait before I continue. Um, yeah, I noticed that there are no Xbox One games, and there's no Nintendo games on here either. As far as the Nintendo side, um, what would come out that would have people hyped up? I mean, I don't know if the Metroid game is gonna come out anytime soon, and I don't really know anything else coming from Nintendo after that. We may get a a dedicated Smash Brothers game, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so really no Nintendo games on here, and the Microsoft games. That's an interesting one because they do have. I mean, when you look at 2018, you're looking at the potential of having either more than likely you'll have Halo 6 come out this year, but the thing is that I mean we really haven't heard much about Halo 6, so but you may have that. You'll have the next Forza Horizon, more than likely Forza Horizon 4 come out. And then you have a lot of the other games, like you look at the Crackdown games, you look at Crackdown 3, you look at Sea of Thieves, you look at State of Decay 2. So they definitely have some games coming out, this year. So I mean next year. But you know, I personally, this is just my opinion. I don't know if those games can stack up to what Sony's lineup is. You know what I mean? Like you look at Sony's lineup, potentially 2018. I don't think all these games are coming out next year, but this is potentially. You have God of War, Spider-Man, um, maybe Death Stranding, maybe Last of Us 2, maybe Detroit. I do think Detroit's gonna come out this year. I do think that. Let me see what else. I'm missing one. Crap. What's the one by Sony brand? What's that name called? Crap. What is that game called? Hold on a second. Hold on. I gotta look this up. I can't be feeling that fucking game. Let's see, Sony Bend. What the fuck are they making? What's the name of it called? Days Gone. There we go. Days Gone. Yeah. So they have Days Gone as well. Plus, you're gonna get a new MLB show, and those games are. I should know about it. Yeah. So you obviously have the MLB games. So I mean, I mean, you when you really think about it, I mean, the PlayStation upcoming lineup this looks better than the Xbox One, and that doesn't mean that Xbox One is bad. It's just that when you can't really compare the two games, like really can't, and you know it is what it is. But that's so you know you have those things there. Up next is the best multiplayer game. Now, right now I'm looking at this now, and I have a problem with one game that is on here. Actually, yeah, one game that's on here. Now the nominees are Fortnite, Call of Duty, World at War 2, Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Destiny 2, and PUBG. Now, people, you know, with everyone talking about the controversy surrounding PUBG and their nomination, that's not the game I'm going to. The game I'm going to is what the fuck does he want? Let me see. No, we need no, you need to give me a little bit more money than that. Let's see. Yeah, I want 100. I'm being such a greedy bastard right now. There you go. There you go. Oh, and a train track. Hold on. Let me play my cards right. Let me put it down to let me put it down to 60. Actually, no, fuck it. No money. Am I doing it? Yeah, that'll be fine. And I want not only do I want one blue thing, but I also want the train track. And then, am I asking for too much? What would I give him? Then, you know, I'll give him that. Plus, I'll give him this. There you go. There you go. I think that's a good deal. There you go. All right. There we go. There we go. So he wants to make some houses. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Those houses don't mean shit anyway. Anyways, yeah, the game that I have a problem with being on this list here on this multiplayer list is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And the reason why it had nothing to do with you know the game or anything like that. The game, like I played Mario Kart on the Wii U. By the way, I played the game. It's an awesome game. You know what I mean? It's an awesome game. However, this is pretty much fucking a remaster. That's what the game is. The game's a remaster, and now we're rewarding remasters now. Now like a remaster is being nominated for Game of the Year, and that's because that's what Deluxe is. It's a remaster. And to be frank, I don't know if you can really tell much of a difference between the Wii U version and this version, and the Switch version, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna get out of bed over it. But you know, I personally don't think the game should be on this list. As for the rest of the game here, yeah, Fortnite, Call of Duty 2, which I haven't played. Let me roll again. All right, so what World War 2, which I haven't played. Splatoon 2, which I'm never gonna play. The game looks like shit to me. Destiny 2 and PUBG. Now I haven't played PUBG. I haven't played PUBG. So the only games I had on here that I have played is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Fortnite. And man, I again it goes back to that little tiff that the studios had with each other when it comes to the game. Which one should I go with? The game that I played that I really like, or the game that really was created because of it. So I mean, listen, I have to go with the game I played, so I'm voting for Fortnite. I think PUBG is gonna win, but I'm going with Fortnite. Alright, so that's the one I'm going for best multiplayer game. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Best sports racing game. Interesting. Yeah, I buy two. Fuck. Oh yeah, I just traded that shit. Oh fuck. All right, whatever. Alright, so best sports slash racing game. Let's go through it. You have Project Cars 2, Pro Evolution Soccer 18, NBA 2K18, which I'm not voting for. GT Sport, Forza Motorsport 7, and FIFA 18. Now, this category frustrates me a lot because when it comes to sports games, in my opinion, the best sports game that's come out this year. I ain't talking about the recent games. That would be Hey, what's going on, Super Mario? What's going on, man? Thank you for watching. Um, Look, the sports game that, in my opinion, should be here is MLB The Show 18. Is that 18? Cause I keep yeah, cause they have a different no 17. Excuse me, 17. Excuse me. MLB The Show 17 constantly gets disregarded in this category, mainly because the game comes out the earliest of the three of all the sports title. It's the earliest one to come out in the calendar year, and since the sport is not super popular, it always gets ignored. But in my honest opinion, of all the sports games that I have here that I've played, which is both Pro Evolution Soccer, which is a great soccer game, and FIFA 18, which is also a great soccer game. In my opinion, when it comes to sports games, excuse me, when it comes to sports games, MLB The Show 17 should always be on there because in my opinion, it's the best one of the group. In my opinion. So, what does he want? Let me see. Let's see. Give me one moment. That's all you want? 140? Hold on, buddy. Let's counter that offer. Let's see. What do you have? Well, yeah, for one, you can increase that money a little bit. Give me 200. 200 plus. Oh shit! Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Yeah, let me get one. Let me get one of those. Let me get one of those, and you can. Yeah, and I'll give you. I'll give you the shit that I just got now. And let's make that 300. Let's make that 300. Yeah. I just want to make the. I just want to make the total value even. At least as close to even as possible. So let's go to 350. Yeah, 350. Yeah, so I'm giving you both this and this, and you're giving me that plus that. All right, I think he should like it. There you go. All right. So back to my rant. Yeah. So like I said, MLB The Show should be on this list in my opinion. It should be on the list. But regardless of the games here, you have Project Cars 2, which I haven't played yet. Pro Evolution Soccer, which I have. NBA 2K18, in my opinion. And again, I haven't played the game. I haven't played the game yet, so I have to I have to preface this by saying it. To me, there's too much negativity surrounding that game, in my opinion, for it to really be considered a sports game of the year, to be a considered winner. Because there's just so much bad bad vibes with that game, in my opinion, to where I just don't think that I just don't think it's the right thing to do. To me personally, I just don't think it's the right thing to do to to make that to make that a contender. There's just too much bad blood, too much ill will, and plus, I mean, a lot of people saying the game just isn't that great anyway. And I've seen gameplay of it, and to be honest with you, there's a lot of things in that game that would frustrate the shit out of me. I don't know if they've gone back and fixed some of it, but there's lots of things in that game that I've seen gameplay of from guys like Jack Move and guys like Hard 8, where I just don't know if the game would. I don't know if I would give that my nod in my opinion. All right, so and then obviously I played FIFA 18. I don't have the game yet. I still plan on buying it. More likely when it goes down in price. But the other two games that I wanted to discuss is GT Sport and Forza Motorsport 7, because in my opinion, these are the two games that are to me are to be the true contenders. Or is one of these two games are the games that I'm going to be voting for. Now, I have both games. I've played both games. I actually played GT Sport today. Doing more stuff in that game. Now, let me start off by saying that when it comes to everything that goes into a game, right? When it comes to basically all content and stuff like that, as of right now, Forza is a much better game, in my opinion. It's a much better game, and in my opinion, should win. Should win this award. And I think it's going to win this award. I do think that Forza Motorsport 7 is going to win Best Sports / Racing Game. Alright? Let me get this off the way first. The problem is, the reason why I'm not voting for it is because I am an unabashed Gran Turismo fanboy. I've always been a fanboy of Gran Turismo ever since the first game. Even when Forza Motorsports 1 came out, it came out a couple days after, not a couple days, but a couple weeks after Gran Turismo 4 came out, and and it came out, and I played it. It was, a great game, obviously. But listen, I'm not voting for Forza. That's just the fanboy in me. That's just that's just the fanboy in me. So yeah. So I do think Forza is going to win. I think it should win because it is the more complete game. It's a phenomenal game. I love Forza so much. Forza 7 is awesome. But the fanboy in me just cannot vote for it for a game of the year. So I am going to vote for Gran Turismo Sport. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. There you go. You call me. I am who I am. I am who I am. Let me see. I'll do 10. I don't give a shit about that. All right. I am who I am. So I'm not gonna vote for it. So there you go. Now, best strategy game. I really don't give a shit about that. But the games on there are XCOM, Tooth and Tail, Total Warhammer 2, Halo Wars 2, and Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I do think Mario and Rabbids is going to win, but I'm not voting for it because I don't give a fuck about the game. Alright, best family game. This is pretty much dominated by Nintendo. No, I withdraw. This is pretty much dominated by Nintendo. Splatoon 2, Sonic Mania, which is the only non-Nintendo game on here, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Super Mario Odyssey. Um, hmm. I mean, that's a tough one. I really don't know. I think it really is a tie between, in my opinion, between Splatoon 2, Mario Kart, and Mario Odyssey. So I don't know which one's gonna win. I'm not gonna vote for it anyway. 'Cause I don't give a fuck about that. But I am interested in that. All right, best fighting game of the year. You have Tekken 7, Nidhogg 2, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Injustice 2, and ARMS. Now, I've never played ARMS, but I can tell you unequivocally that I'm not voting for that game. The game looks stupid, so I'm not voting for that. And on here, I've never played Nidhogg 2, so I can't really vote for that. So it really is between Tekken 7, Marvel, and Injustice. Now, between those three games, uh, Tekken 7 is the game that is my favorite one of the three. Now, with that said, I had major issues with the story mode. I thought the story mode was shitty, and I still feel that way. And it is the best one. In my opinion, it's the best fighting game in the group. But I hated the story mode. Now, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I played a little bit of it. I haven't played too much of it. To be frank, I don't think the art style is anything to write home about. I think the art style looks like shit. Um, I think the roster is weak considering. But I've seen people play it. It looks like fun. It looks like Marvel. So actually, hmm. yeah, so Marvel, it plays like Marvel, and I'm sure a lot of people like the game. Um, you know, yeah, and Injustice 2, that's interesting. I have played this game. One of my nieces really loves the game, really into the game, and I've seen gameplay of it. The game looks fun. I really wish that I was better at the game, but to me, there's something about it that I just can't get into it. I don't really know what it is, but I just can't get into it like that. Um, so I'm going to vote because I'm also a Tekken fanboy. I'm going to vote for Tekken 7, even though I do think that Injustice, in my opinion, I think is going to win. But I'm voting for Tekken 7. That's my vote. Let's see. Best RPG. I don't play RPGs, but the nominees here are South Park, Stick of Truth. I mean, the Fractured Butthole, Final Fantasy 15. That came out this year. Oh man, I feel like a game that came out last year. Um, Divinity: Original Sin 2, Nier Automata, and Persona 5. I mean, yeah, I haven't played none of these games. I'm not really into role playing games, but I probably would pick of all these games. I probably would pick South Park. So had fun with that. Best action adventure game. Now, all right. So you have Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, Assassin's Creed Origins, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, and Horizon Zero Dawn. Very interesting list here. I've played three of the games here. I've played Lost Legacy. I played a little bit of Breath of the Wild, and I've played Horizon Zero Dawn. Hold on, let me make this roll here. And man, this is a tough choice. And really, it's only a tough choice between two games because I don't play Assassin's Creed. I don't play that shit. Um, I don't play that shit. So it's only between Lost Legacy and Horizon Zero Dawn to me. And I am almost done with Lost Legacy. I haven't played in a while. I've just been caught up with other stuff, but I will finish it. Hopefully, I'll finish it by the end of the year. Horizon's probably gonna take me into early next year. I'm about I'm sure that I'm more than 40 hours away. I don't know how long the story mode is. I don't know how long the story mode that I have in it. I'm definitely far in the game. I'm definitely far in it. But man, between the two games, oh man, it's tough because like Horizon is a big open world game, and Lost Legacy is really only a couple hours. Like you can pass that game in a couple hours, man. But those couple hours that I played were phenomenal. Phenomenal. That it was phenomenal. If that game was more, if there was more to that game, I would probably say that game was better than Uncharted 4 because the dialogue between Nadine and Chloe is phenomenal, and like man, I really do like that game a lot. So if there was more to that game, I probably would pick it as action adventure game of the year because the set pieces are awesome, and like I said, I really like the dialogue between Chloe and the dynamic between Chloe and Nadine. All right, so I'm gonna vote for her. I'm gonna vote for Horizon because it's a fuller game, and I really like the story, and like I really like Horizon Zero Dawn, and definitely looking forward to finishing that game. Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to finishing that game. All right, next one is best action game. Yeah, Prey, Neo, Destiny 2, Cuphead, and Wolfenstein 2. The only game here that I've played is Cuphead, and like I said, I don't own it yet, so that's the only one I've played. Um, hmm. I guess I'll vote Cuphead, but I do want to try out Wolfenstein and Neo also. I definitely want to try those games out. So, but I mean, since Cuphead is the only one that I've played, so I'm gonna pick that. Best VR AR game. We're going to skip that entirely because I don't give a fuck about VR. best handheld game. This one hurts. This one hurts because for one, all these fucking games are Nintendo games, and two, it reminds me of my Vita, which I had to get rid of a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to skip this category because fuck Nintendo. So yeah, let's skip that category. Best mobile game. I'm gonna skip that too. I don't give a fuck about these games. Let's skip that too. Let me see what I get here. Alright, cool. Everyone give me $10. Alright. Okay. Best ongoing game. I guess these are games that, still have staying power. Still games that are still evolving, and people are still playing this game to this day. You have Warframe, Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, Grand Theft Auto Online, Destiny 2, and PUBG. Um, Let me see. Warframe, I've never played that. I played the beta for Rainbow Six Siege and I didn't like it. So I haven't, I haven't really seen how the game's evolved since. Um, like I said, I already mentioned my thoughts on Overwatch. Um, I guess the game I'm gonna pick here is Grand Theft Auto Online because it's really the only thing I do now is play online in that game. It's between that and Uncharted 4. Those are really the main online games that I play. And GTA Online, man, that game. I know people shit on it because they feel like that's the reason why we're not getting a single player DLC for Grand Theft Auto. And trust me, I want single player online DLC for that game too. But man, they've done so much cool stuff with online with GTA Online. I'm definitely voting for that. So that's my vote. So yeah, I'm voting for that because that game online is so much fun. Like it really is. It really is so much fun. So that's the game that I'm voting for. All right, next category is games for impact. Man, I don't play none of these games, so I'm not going to waste my time with that. Best performance. Normally I don't vote for this category because I don't really care about that. But there definitely been some performances that I've really grown to like this year. So I mean, at least between the three, there's three people that I would consider voting for is Laura Bailey for Lost Legacy as Nadine, Claudia Black for Chloe Frazier, and Ashley Birch as Aloy. Now, man, this is tough. This is a tough one because I'm a big fan of Nadine. I'm a big fan of Chloe. Definitely Chloe. Like I am a big fan of Chloe. And I'm a big fan of Aloy. I guess my choice, man. I think my choice will probably be Claudia Black for Chloe Frazier. Cause I mean, dude, boy, Chloe is so funny in that game, man. Like I really enjoyed her character. So I'm gonna vote for Claudia Black. Yeah, I was a big fan of her. But like I said, I think Nadine Ross is a kick-ass character, and I really like Aloy. So okay. Let's see, best audio design. I'm gonna skip that because I don't really care about that. Let's see, best score and music in the game. You have Destiny 2, Cuphead, Nier Automata. Yeah, you have Nier Automata, Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Odyssey, and Persona 5. I'm gonna go with Cuphead. That is my choice. I'm just gonna go with Cuphead. So that's my vote. There we go. 'Cause I really like the soundtrack to I really like the soundtrack to Cuphead. Best art direction. You have Destiny 2, Cuphead, Legend of Zelda, Persona 5, and Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh man, I mean I wish I was more into games like Persona. Um, let me see. I mean, man, it really is a tie between Cuphead and Horizon Zero Dawn for me. But I would, man, oh man, it's tough. Man, that's a toss up, man. It really is a toss up. Um, man, you know what? I'm going to go with. Oh man, man, that's tough, man. Because you have, like Cuphead. I love the art style of Cuphead. I really do. But then when I think about Horizon Zero Dawn, I think about first off, I think of Meridian, which looks like an awesome city. It looks awesome. You also have certain scenes when it's nighttime. You got the machines. They got the blue. You see the kind of like the blue eyes and shit like that, and you see kind of like the I don't know what they call it, but in the background, and it's pretty sick. Oh man, I really don't know which one to pick. Man, man, you know what? I'm gonna go slight edge to Horizon. That's the one I'm gonna vote for. That's the one I'm voting for. Slight edge to Horizon when it comes to best art direction. Best narrative. You have What Remains of Edith Finch, Nier Automata, Hellblade, Wolfenstein 2, and Horizon Zero Dawn. Um, I feel like I would have to play a little bit more of of Hellblade because I've heard about some complaints about Wolfenstein 2 not taking it with the the um the story about Nazis and them not taking it seriously. So I'm not gonna go for that. Plus, I haven't played the game. So it is between Horizon Zero Dawn, and I think the story in Horizon Zero Dawn is interesting, but I don't know if it's like groundbreaking. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to narrative, so I'm gonna skip that one for now. Let's see. Best game direction. Let me do this real quick. Oh crap. Yeah, best game direction. You have Wolfenstein 2. You have Resident Evil 7, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, and Horizon Zero Dawn. Um, I mean, game direction. I've heard a lot of great things about what they did with Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. At least the people who I trust, who have played the game. They say a lot of great things about the really the gameplay of of Zelda. But I haven't played it fully yet, so I really can't really pick that. So again, I'm just gonna pick Horizon for right now. I feel like I voted for that game like 9, 10 times already. All right, game of the year. This is the last one. I'm surprised they don't have any I'm surprised they don't have any game of the years for individual consoles. But regardless, this is the last topic right here, which is game of the year. And the nominees are Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, PUBG, Persona 5, and Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, there's been a lot of talk on Twitter regarding PUBG and whether or not a it should be a Game of the Year contender. Yes, give me that money. Give me that money. whether or not it should be a game of the year contender, because the game technically is not out yet. It's still in. I believe it's still in beta, and I've seen gameplay of it, and to be completely honest with you, the game looks like shit. Like the game graphically looks like dog shit. The gameplay is interesting. Is the reason why I'm buying it, but the game looks like shit. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, graphically it looks like shit. Um, but the reason why I'm okay with it being nominated for Game of the Year is because when it comes to these type of award shows, games that are talked about, or those games that are talked about the most, are games that really should be nominated. You know what I mean? It may not be the most popular thing in the world, but it's true. Like it's true. Like this game, it can be argued that this is the most talked about game of this year. With all those games, with all the games that's come out this year for the PS4, and you see what's going on with Xbox the last couple months. You look at Nintendo with the way that they've jumped out of the gate with their console. So many great games has come out this year. And the game that everyone's talking about, the game that you have over 20 million people playing, is Player Unknown Battleground. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. Like regardless of how you feel about the game, regardless of how you feel about regardless of how you feel about the game, this game is the most talked about game this year. And also you look at what happened with in the beginning of this generation with Destiny, right? Destiny did not come. People may forget Destiny 2. Hold on, let me fix my mic. Hold on. Yeah, Destiny 2. The original Destiny game did not have did not get glowing reviews. Did not get glowing reviews at all. Because it was the same thing. The game was pretty much a service. You know what I mean? So the content that it had in it was pretty bare bones, right? Kind of like the same thing you see with games like Street Fighter, like with Gran Turismo Sport. The game was kind of bare bones. So, but again, a lot of people played that game. It was the most talked about game that came out that year, and at the end of the day, it got a lot of Game of the Year contender, a lot of Game of the Year awards. I don't know how many it won per se, but it got a lot of Game of the Year awards. And then you look at a game like Overwatch. I don't know the Metacritic score of Overwatch, but I don't think it was as high as a game like Uncharted, Uncharted 4. But again, and Overwatch won Game of the Year. I believe that was last year they won Game of the Year. Why? Because it was the most talked about game of that year. It's simple as that. And this is what PUBG is. Now, granted, I understand PUBG is not finished. I understand it's not complete. I understand that. But at the end of the day, the game is playable, and it probably had the biggest audience of any game that year. It's definitely the most talked about game this year. So why would it not be nominated for Game of the Year? You know what I mean? I understand the complaints of it. I understand. But at the end of the day, the game is the game is that popular. So with that said, of all of the nominees here, I'm voting for Horizon because that's the one that I've played the most, and it's the one that I've had the most fun with this year. So I'm voting for that. Who I think is going to win? I actually do think that Legend of Zelda. I think Super Mario Odyssey is going to win. But at the same time, at the end of the day, it's an award show. Everyone has their own opinion. It's not really a big deal who wins. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And again, I'm not gonna be able to watch it because I'm gonna be working, and I don't think I'm gonna live stream it to work. But yeah, I'll keep in touch with it. So that's about it. My throat is really killing me right now. So let me get out of here. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please, if you get a chance, just like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna be doing more videos like this. Anyways, Who 186. I'm out. I gotta go. Bye.